Hi, welcome to Yoga 413. My name is Tani, and today's class that I have for you is going to focus on strengthening your back, open up your chest and shoulders. If you have a yoga strap or a towel, you might want to grab that. And if you love this video, please hit that subscribe button and share it with a friend. Let's get started. Let's begin in Child's Pose. Arms extended forward, knees wide. Start to take some nice long breaths, inhaling and exhaling through your nose. And just take some time here to just breathe. Mentally let go of anything that might be weighing on your mind today. Just choosing to set it aside. Extending the arms further forward, starting to spread the fingers wide. Lifting the wrists and elbows up off the mat, bringing that nice stretch into the backside. Let's lift up onto a tabletop position, drawing your knees right underneath the hips. Let's flow through a few rounds of cow and cat. Inhale, open up your chest. Start to engage the muscles in the back. And as you exhale, squeeze the belly muscles around the spine, chin towards chest. And again, inhaling, opening up, shoulders are down your back. Exhale and round. At your own pace, just a few more times through. Go ahead and find that neutral spine. We're going to come forward onto our bellies. Bring your forearms to the mat and come into Sphinx Pose. Gently digging those elbows and those forearms into the mat, pulling back so you can open your chest, keeping those shoulders down, away from your ears. And the legs here are active, pressing your toenails into the mat. Let's gently release, taking your hands right by the chest. Peel up for just a baby Cobra pose. And again, your elbows are in, elbows are always soft. And release. Let's keep the knees on the mat. Press up into a supported plank position so your back is nice and straight, shoulders over wrist. Tuck the toes. Let's send the hips up and back for your first down dog. And just start to pedal out your feet. Feet are hip distance apart. Belly scooping up and in, and then just find a nice relaxing down dog. Heels reaching towards the floor. It's fine, they may never touch. Let's look forward and step your feet forward to your hands. Take an inhale, hands come to the shins, flatten the back, chest forward. Exhale to your fold, and go ahead and gently bend those knees as much as you need to for our first bend. And then just gently turn the head side to side, forward and back, letting go of any stress or tension in the neck and shoulders. Now we're just going to cradle our elbows into our palms, hang heavy for ragdoll. And if you feels good, go ahead and just gently move side to side. And then just come to the center, take a few breaths here. Let's inhale, lengthen the spine, half lift, bringing the hands to the waist and come all the way up to stand. So you're near the top of your mat, coming into Mountain Pose Tadasana. Legs are firm, shoulders down. As you inhale, reach those arms up over your head, and then just swan dive to your fold. Gaze forward, pull your shoulders back, and forward fold. Stepping back to plank pose. And again, shoulders over wrist, fingers spread wide. This first one, you can always, let's just drop the knees to the mat and then just lower halfway. Just bend your elbows And then lower all the way to the mat, peel that chest up for Cobra. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Let's look forward, step the feet to the hands. Take a breath and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, high mountain pose. This time, hands to the heart, Samasthiti, steady balance. Reaching the arms up over your head. Exhale and fold. Lengthen the spine, flatten that back, chest open and fold. Stepping back to plank pose, choosing to keep the knees up or down. Shift forward, low push-up, chaturanga. Flip the feet over. If you're ready, come into up dog, straining the arms, hips and knees up off the mat. Down dog. Let's bring the feet back forward to your hands. Let's flow through one more time. Forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, strong. Hands to the heart center. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach up. Forward fold. Gaze forward, flatten the back, and fold. Stepping back to plank pose. Lower halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog or cobra, if that's better for you. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we're going to sweep our right leg up. You can point that toe. Go ahead, let's open up the hip, bend that knee. So if you glance underneath your left arm, you're looking for that foot. Shoulders are square to the mat. Let's start to straighten that leg up behind you, squaring the hips, step that foot all the way forward. Let's drop that back knee to the mat. Reach your arms up for kneeling warrior. You want to be sure that your front knee is over the ankle. If you need to widen your stance, just guide your foot more forward. Let's take the hands down to the mat, step back for down dog. Let's try that on the other side, lifting that left leg up and back, reach, bend that knee, open up your hip, square your shoulders. Lengthening, squaring up the hips, step that foot all the way forward. Dropping that back knee to the mat, rise up for kneeling lunge. Let's take the hands down to the mat, step back for downward facing dog. You are welcome to stay right here, or if you want to add that half series vinyasa through plank, through that low push-up, through your back bend to down dog. That is going to be your option. Sweeping that right leg up and back, bend that knee, open up your hip, take a breath. Straighten that leg up behind you, step it all the way forward. This time, rise all the way up for your lunge, keeping that back knee lifted up off the mat. Back leg strong and straight. Take a breath here. As you exhale, pull the elbows in, chest up, cactus those arms. Inhale, press right back up. Exhale, open up, engage the muscles in the back. One more time, reaching up. And exhale, bring it down. Beautiful, reach those arms up, step all the way back to downward facing dog. Lifting that left leg up and back, bend that knee, open up your hip, take a breath. Lifting that leg up behind you, squaring it up, stepping it all the way forward, rise up, kneeling warrior lunge, keeping that back knee up. Exhale, squeeze, open up your chest, lift it all the way back up. Pull those arms in and reach up. Last time, pull it in and reach up. Take the hands to the mat, step back, downward facing dog. Take the option here to breathe and hold in down dog, or come forward to plank through chaturanga. Upward facing dog, down dog. Sweeping that right leg up, just stretch it all the way up behind you, step it all the way forward, coming into warrior lunge. This time as you exhale, drop that knee to the mat as you cactus your arms, and then straighten everything back up. Again, bend that back knee, dropping it towards the mat, and press up. Last time, drop it, and press up. Open up into warrior two. Heel to arch alignment, arms extended. Start to reach forward, coming into angle pose. Arms up. So here's some options. So we're going to start to open. We're going to take that top arm, wrap it around behind the back, maybe grabbing onto the thigh or your shirt, and just pulling that shoulder open. Lifting up into warrior two, extending those arms out. Reach back for reverse warrior. Take a nice stretch here through the side body. And then circle the arms to the mat. Step back for down dog. Lifting that left leg up and back, open up your hip, and then straighten that leg, step it all the way forward. Warrior lunge. Exhale, drop the knee, bend the elbows in. Inhale, reach it up, straightening that back leg, drop it. Last time, inhale and exhale. Lifting back up, opening to warrior two. Reaching forward, coming into angle pose, taking that top arm up. Breathe, stay open, and then take that hand behind you, maybe grabbing onto the thigh or your shirt, gazing up if it's comfortable for your neck. Reaching up, coming back to warrior two. Reverse your warrior, take a stretch here. Circle to the mat, step back, down dog. Choosing once again to hold or flow through that half series vinyasa. Lifting that right leg up and back, step it all the way forward. Come up for warrior lunge. Exhale, bend the knee, bend the elbows, and straighten. And bend, and straighten. Last time. Open up to warrior two. Reach forward, coming into angle pose. Taking that top arm behind the back for half bind, or maybe this time you go into your full bind, interlacing the hands. Coming back to warrior two, extending the arms out. Reverse warrior, circle it to the mat, step back for down dog. One more time on the other side, left leg lifts up and back, step it forward. Inhale, rise all the way up, bend the back knee, bend the elbows, engage those muscles in the back, strong and straighten. Bending and straighten. Bend and straighten, open up for warrior two. Reach forward, coming into angle pose, coming into half bind or your full bind. If you're in your full bind, be sure you're lined up over your forward leg, pull the shoulders back, open up your chest. Coming into warrior two. Reverse your warrior, circle to the mat. Step back for down dog. Choose to hold or to flow. Holding in down dog. Bringing your feet forward to your hands. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. High mountain pose. Hands to heart center. Let's do dancer pose today. We're going to start to balance. I invite you to balance on your left leg. Start with a quad stretch on bringing that right knee bent, foot to your glutes. From here, go ahead and you're just going to open up the shoulder, grab onto the inside of the foot, left arm reaches and kick that foot into your hand for dancer pose. When you're ready, slowly come out of it, shake that out. Let's try that on the other side. So again, just start with your quad stretch, try to find your balance. Stand up nice and tall, hip presses forward. From here, if you wish to go into dancer, open up, grabbing into the inside of the foot, right arm reaches and kick. Open up. And come up, shake all that out. Let's interlace the hands behind you. Open up your chest, feet are hip distance apart, open up, gaze up, lead with the chest, come into forward fold with chest expansion. Relax the top of the head down. Strong back side, come all the way up. Switch your grip, put the opposite pinky on top. Once again, open up everything and come down. So an alternative, I had you, at the beginning of the video, I said you could have grabbed a towel or a strap. So they're always good to have around and use them if your hands can't interlace. So you still get the benefits without interlacing the hands. Come all the way back up, shake that out. Let's move back down to the floor. So inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale and fold. Gaze forward. Step all the way back, lower to chaturanga. Your elbows should be in, touching the rib cage. Come into your back bend of up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we're going to drop the knees to the mat. Just come into a kneeling position. For just a moment, we're going to be going into camel pose. So I'm going to give you a couple of alternatives and work our way into it. So when you're ready, go ahead and lift up onto your knees. If you need more cushion, you can always roll your mat. Keep that in mind. So we're going to start with just half first. I want you to reach your right arm up and then just take your left hand back to the heel. And the hips are pressing forward here. Careful on these poses not to hold your breath. Just relax. Go ahead and come up. Let's switch sides. So that left arm comes up, right arm back. Press your hips forward. Let's come back up. This time, take the hands to the low back. Your fingers are down. So we're just going to go ahead and gaze, start to look up, open the chest, hips continue to press forward, taking the eyes up and back. Let's come all the way back up. Let's flow through a few rounds of cat-cow. As we get deeper into those back bends, we'll take some time here to just stretch out and move a little bit in between. So we're going to try it one more time. Go ahead and come on up. So keep in mind, you could be doing half. You can always keep your hands at your low back for support as well. So when you're ready, just start to take a breath in, start to round and arch back. And if you want, you can reach back both hands to both ankles, coming into full camel pose. Go ahead and lift up. This time go into child's pose. Just take those knees wide and just soften down. Start to round the muscles in the back. Let's go ahead and come up and have a seat on your mat. So we're going to go ahead and come on down to our backs. We're going to lift into a bridge pose. So we're going to start with hands at our sides. When you're ready on that inhale, you start to press through the heels, lifting the hips up, walking the shoulders together and down the back. You might want to interlace. If you need support, you can take your hands to the low back and guide them a little higher. And go ahead and release. Let's go into reclining butterfly for just a few breaths, just to soften and relax. Before we do it one more time. So when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and come into bridge pose. This time I'm going to show the option to go into your back bend or wheel if you want to go ahead. If not, it's not necessary. You can just lift into bridge, find bridge, walk your shoulders together and down. So choose to stay or take your hands up by your ears. Your elbows should be able to go straight up. Fingers spread wide. When you're ready, just continue pressing the hips up and back, coming into your wheel pose. Whichever pose you're in, start to lower it all the way down and hug your knees to your chest. Let's start to rock forward and back, and then come all the way up, extending the legs out in front of you. We're going to do one forward fold. We've been doing all that opening for the back. Let's go ahead and reach it up, stretch it out, come forward. Let's go ahead and come up, bend those knees, find those sits bones. Let's do one boat pose. So just good posture, shoulders back, chest open, maybe bringing the feet up off the floor. Always welcome to hang on. Just keep that back straight. Let's take the feet to the mat. Fingers are forward. Press up into inclined tabletop, reverse tabletop, pressing the hips up. Let's take it on down, come back onto our backs. Let's do a hip stretch. Let's cross right foot over that left knee. Bring that foot up off the floor, reaching behind the thigh, maybe up to the shin. Let's release that. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So flexing that left foot, comes above the knee, come into your hip stretch. Keeping that knee nice and out to the side. Let's release. Hug both knees into the chest. Start to circle those feet, those ankles, one direction and then the other. Let's extend that left leg out. Pull that right knee into the chest. Then extend that leg up. Start to walk the hands up the leg and hover the left foot off the left leg, off the mat. Relaxing down, bending that knee, coming into your spine twist. Shoulders on the mat. Let's come back up. We're going to switch sides. So bring that left knee into the chest, give it a nice pull, lengthen through that right leg, and then straighten, start to walk the hands up. Bring the right leg up off the mat. Releasing down, bending that knee, drop it across for your spine twist. Let's come back onto our backs, hug those knees in one more time. Let's take the feet to the mat, drop your knees open. Relax into Reclining Butterfly. Now we're going to move into our final pose of Shavasana, final relaxation. You've worked hard. This is probably one of the most important poses you can do because we very rarely take time out of our busy day to just be still for just even a minute or two. So I'm just inviting you into this pose where you can just completely soften, relax, bring stillness into the body. And then most importantly, try to quiet and still your mind. Let's start to move the fingers, the toes. Let's start to reach our arms over your head. Take a nice stretch. Then you're just going to roll to your right side and just pause here. Setting your intention for the rest of the day. And then come on up to have a seat on your mat. Just sitting comfortably. Let's reach our arms up over our head one more time, bringing the hands to the heart center. And from my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for class, and I hope you have a blessed day.